Welcome, Anime Lately podcast listeners and YouTube podcast watchers, to another episode of the Anime Lately podcast. I'm your host, Sam the Manga Man, and here with me are my Brotakus. Introducing first, the Game Master. We call him Jon Snow, not because he knows nothing, but because he was resurrected from the dead. He is the director of anime, Mr. King of Games himself, and newly appointed Drift King. Rayapollo! Our next co-host is a demon in the Black Clover community. He has an unquenchable love for Trigon, Dr. Stone, and One Piece, the intellectual, sensational, immortal, mythical, legendary Vash, Miguel And now our final co-host, he is the CEO of the Careful Spoilers Podcast Network, the father of the Facebook group called No Anime, No Life. He is a passionate, diehard fan with a deep, endless knowledge about movies, especially the horror kind. The great and talented JB, James Bond. How y'all doing?
You know, what's funny? I didn't read the notes this week of the intros because I thought we are gonna go back to normal to our regular intros, and this time I feel like Ray being shocked when he heard Jon Snow and hearing my demon, sensational, immortal, and mythical. I was like, wait, what? I should have read those this week because I thought we were gonna go back to normal since we're regular week, no more Halloween stuff.
I would combine a little bit.
I was like, whoa, okay,
yeah.
we go.
Keep it fresh.
And then Sam goes.
Keep the compliment. They're all compliments.
Oh no, I appreciate that, and I know that if you guys watch Ray with his Twitch stuff, he was going 138 miles per hour at Need for Speed, and he was hitting people, cars. He was dropping photo.
There's nobody in those cars. It's fine. Nobody in.
How do you know? You're going so fast.
How do you know?
I mean, that doesn't matter afterwards, so it does.
Yeah. So he's hitting dead bodies right there in Need for Speed, going breaking the limits. The cops chasing him. I was distracted of editing, guys, so that was pretty entertaining.
It was. That game is actually way more fun than it should be. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That game was not supposed to be fun. I was supposed to try that, and it was supposed to be like, this is trash. But no, I actually had a good time and played it for like 6 hours. So
I saw that you were smiling and laughing the whole time. Like that's what I like to see. Just
it's great.
Ray, having a good time, smiling, enjoying
Need for
himself.
Speed's a lot of fun, man.
And now the last 4 were like garbage. So like this one is good. Like I'm like, this is a return to form for Need for Speed, but that's not why we're here.
Yeah. We're here for the Undead of James Barnes. I'm talking about this month of Thanksgiving movies, right? James?
I love Thanksgiving.
No, I'm actually doing sci-fi movies.
I don't know my friends, guys.
I thought about Thanksgiving movies.
Now I can finally listen to James's show again and relate to what they're talking about and be like, I don't know what they're talking about. Now I can listen and be like, I know what that means.
3 weeks later.
I'd rather have Thanksgiving than right away into Christmas. Like we're playing Christmas songs everywhere right now. I'd rather have.
We've been playing Christmas music in my house since the first. I ain't mad.
Wait, you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh wow.
I'm not a Christmas music guy.
I'm a Christmas music guy. I mean, I've been singing in choirs all my life, so yeah, I'm a Christmas music guy.
Oh yeah, what those beautiful, beautiful voice you have to sing happy birthday, guys. If you ever go to Twitch, Ray stream, say it's your birthday, and just say it's your birthday, and he will.
Don't lie, because voice. I'll know if it's not your birthday.
How will you know?
I'll just know.
Hack the system. Mr. Robot.
Well, this was good fun of the nonsense and good nights of the banter. But Sam, back to you.
All right, guys. Let's head our weekly anime watchings. Let's start with our number 1, Dr. Stone, episode 18.
Oh, guys, this was a beautiful start of the Stone Wars. It was amazing, and it was a samurai time of Japan. It was a good time. I love it. Like the way my man finally joined the right side, and he gave himself out. Now he can't go back. Not that he finally showed true colors.
No going back now.
There's no going back now again.
He doesn't need to. He's smart. He knows who's gonna win.
Oh yeah, of
it's
course.
True. Mm-hmm.
Like he's smart. Like, well,
or he knows which side he's going to have the most fun with before he dies.
Or the side you're gonna get the most cola out of it before you die too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there's more trust in Senku. Like we trust his knowledge more than all the meatheads in the world.
We actually like Senku. That's the difference.
It's better than a whole entire army of meatheads who can't
that
really
was
think.
Hilarious.
Like these guys are dumb, except for that the ninja guy with the mask in his face.
Oh, he's smart. The way he fights is very good.
He was way too smart. That kind of was like, oh, you're really smart. Like you're strong and you're smart. That's not good. But I guess what's his name? Tsukasa or whatever his name is. He is too. Strong and smart. Mm-hmm. So but it works.
You know, you can't give him back the smart guy that knows how to fight either. So take prisoner, get rid of him, do whatever you can.
I'm just glad that the main guy didn't show up because then he really would have been in trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Magma, Magma, you have to learn. You have to learn how to fight together.
He is so stupid, idiot.
Well, he's never really had to fight. He's always just been able to use brute strength and beat everybody up. But if he's fighting somebody who knows how to fight, he got his butt whooped. So I was like, yep, I expected that.
And by the way, like this episode halfway and a bits and pieces through the end is when I knew what was happening. After here on out, I'm blind, so I don't know. So this is my theory, my guess. Magma better learn from Kohaku actual combat skills. Use that combat strength you got and use that with the brute first and learn how to use a sword and anything. You have swords now. Learn how to fight with it because you're gonna have people that are brute strength like those idiots that you're versing, because they're definitely brutals, dumbasses. But you need to versus people like the guy with the archer. He's coming next. The guy with the archer is the only guy I know about, and he's dope as hell character. And you need some actual combat skills against him. So I'm really excited for that.
I'm also wondering, like, are they willing to kill as well? Because we know, Shishio, he can kill. He had to kill for a reason, and he will not hold back. But if Senku and the village, will they be willing to like kill him if necessary?
Oh hell yeah!
And you
have to protect the kids.
Exactly, you have to kill the leader in order for the entire army to just back off, and they can't fight anymore because their leader is down. So that's another thing. Like if Senku's ready to kill, he has to kill Shishio for sure.
I don't think so. He's too nice. He's too
that's
optimistic.
The thing. Like
he won't.
I think they're way too nice. They're not gonna like kill them ever. They'll probably just put them in prison or put them to work, make them as slaves or whatnot for the village.
I think Shishio will just concede to Senku after a while. After he's truly lost, I think he will concede.
I know.
And just go off to his own
enough. I think you're right. Yeah.
Or he'll go off and do his own thing, and they'll be somewhat allies.
As a bad guy, I see him as like he will, when he realizes that the way of science is truly the way that's going to benefit the world, even for him, he'll probably help. I think in the end, I don't really truly see him as a terrible bad guy. They even try to humanize him really early on. So we'll get more of that later, I think.
He just has a different ideology. It doesn't make him a bad guy.
Oh, yeah,
he also has a vision.
He's no Askeladd. It'll be fine.
That's a whole different story. That's a whole different conversation.
Anti-villain is more like how I see Shishio. Like at least he'll give you a chance. He gave Senku a chance. Like give up your kingdom of science and then don't do science anymore, and I'll let you live. Like you can just join me and whatnot. But
my other theory of what's to happen for Shishio to join side with the Kingdom of Science or any of his men is the most important thing that has been killing people over the past 1,000 years is sickness of pneumonia, sickness of bronchitis, that these people that are shirtless walking out in rain, they probably will get sick and they need a cure. And who's the person that want to know how to make a cure? The Kingdom of Science. So maybe something in the future, I don't know, in the coming arcs, Shishio or one of his crew members, his top tiers, right hand man, will get sick and they need to save him. Who is the most important person to go to? Senku. So I think that's where is James and Ray was saying that they will find a common ground of where they need each other. They need the strength and they need the Kingdom of Science. So that's my guess of my theory.
Well, that really depends because Senku mentioned it itself because the like at the moment right now, they have a good amount of medicine to cure some parts, which is the bronchitis and the leukemia, pneumonia, and all that stuff. But if it's something like the Black Plague, it's over. Like there's no way you can.
Oh yeah, if there's like a super virus that hits, which I guarantee there will be at some point in the story, there will be like a super virus that just starts to kill like masses of people, and he can't actually save them directly. That'll happen, and I'm really curious to see how they go about that.
Like new viruses, like new diseases comes up every single day, and it's the scientists' like job is to try to find a cure for them, like the virus, and test it and everything from themselves. But then they're lacking knowledge, they lack resources, they're lacking workers. There's not enough scientists in the world. There's barely any scientists that can help find cure for these diseases. There's only two, and they don't have as much resources as they would like, and that's a really important factor.
So I wonder when they're gonna have to go find another smart kid.
I was just about to bring that up. Do you guys believe they will get another apprentice? Do you guys believe that Chrome?
I don't think that they'll go get an apprentice. I think they'll go get another like genuine. They'll somehow stumble upon another genuine scientist. I think.
Okay.
From the old world, I think.
Oh,
maybe?
So
I can see that with a completely different profession that could really help them do some cool shit.
Maybe something that's like, what I think. Maybe something like engineering, like to the mechanics.
It would have to be an engineer, I think, like a one step what Senku knows when it comes to engineering. I think, like structure and whatnot. Because I mean, like he built some cool stuff, but like
they need a real mechanical engineer.
If we're talking about like dams and like other stuff like that, you're gonna need somebody else. And I don't know, like Senku, they've kind of showed that he knows a little bit of everything, but like it also goes to show that he doesn't know a lot. He knows a lot about, I would say a lot of things, but there's still some things that you can tell he doesn't know everything about.
Of course.
So.
Agree. And I had to see the village expanding. Like they're gonna need to expand, and not just to be staying on that little island. They need to at least create more technologies.
I don't know, man. After this last scare, they're gonna be like, "Nah, man, I don't even want to build another bridge."
I mean, technically, they're kind of in a good tactical position.
They are. They're in a very good position, to be completely honest with you.
Shishio's army has to come to them. They could do so many things for defense, but we'll see.
If they cut the bridge, they're stuck in a way.
But at the same time, their lab is right across from them, so they need probably either move their lab to where inside the village is.
That's the next thing I'm waiting to see, is that they move the lab inside the village. Like that would be very smart to do at this point. Move the lab in the village.
So now the only way for them to enter is the bridge, because now they don't know about his lab being that far away. So it's a matter of time, by probably next episode, 2 episodes from now, they find, oh, wait a minute, what's that big tall thing over there? Oh, that's a lab. Let's go attack that. So hopefully next episode, we find out, come to the lab, move all those chemicals, move all those stuff, and bring it to the your own village, the Ishigami, because that's your village now. You can boss people around.
And you're also gonna need more like technology to fight against Shishio and his army too. Like samurai swords are good, but you're gonna need a little bit more as well to handle
of samurai
Shishio.
Swords, who's gonna go get that one that they lost?
I mean, I think it's gone.
I don't think it's gone. I think that the bad guys went and got it. I think that they're gonna have it. He saw it fall. He probably sent one of them dummies down to get it, so they have one.
Yeah.
Well, just give that to Shishio, because he's the only one that's gonna be strongest and probably the most better skill.
Another swordsman.
Oh, that's also a problem. Well, they could probably like be more crafty, like the smart guy. He technically used a bamboo and a stick to make his spear.
But it looks like he was a spear fighter in the first place.
Oh yeah, he was. He that's his
so I'm sure he'll go find a sword fighter and be like, here's a katana. He'll be like, this katana sucks, but it's a katana, so there you go. And then they're like, oh god, they got a katana. Oh, and it'll happen. I think that'll happen.
My most funniest critique, my last thing to say, is that Suka somehow could be so good at her throwing her little small dagger knife to Gin out of nowhere. She just throws it, phew, and somehow she don't miss and gets it right there, and somehow so gentle, and no one finds out that she's right there and just throws that small knife. No problem. Good. No big deal.
She's my perfect character that needs to be protected. Protect her at all costs.
I just find that funny. That was the most funny. Like somehow they just say like she has some training skills and know how to throw stuff. Like shoo, shoo. I just find that funny. That's my little funny critique.
She's also a good detective too. She's able to pick up on the clues and everything.
Best girl.
So if you should pick up the clues, the whole flowers that was on the floor in patches, which you know it's skin because he used these flowers to do his magic tricks and stuff like that, and that gave him the message. And literally, he revealed that the whole flower meaning is it's like the whole meaning is gotcha, like I'm betraying you. I'm now picking on their side, and stealthily he was able to mess with the spear.
One thing that I have to give props to, the animation team does good job with Byochi art. That's something that I see the difference now between Vinland Saga animation team with Byochi's art. On the Dr. Stone animation, they keep it consistent with the darkness and showing the quick expression of Gin, still pretending, but after, all right, you got me, and that's the great smile adaptation. So I'm really happy that they really put in that darkness. I just wish they put it more, but that's a whole different conversation for Vinland Saga that we'll talk about in a few. But yeah.
All right, guys. We'll move on to the next hot fire new anime, Fire Force episode 15.
This was some beautiful animation. This is the most blue we ever have seen in Fire Force. The only blue we have seen was the sky, but to see as a whole screen, as a whole visual effects like that was freaking fantastic. I really fell in love with the way they show. Like, we have always seen red. Red is the most strongest color in this animation, but to see it all covered in blue, it was amazing. And now we find out information about the whole world, that animals are extinct because fires all around the world, and it has gotten a lot of animals extinct, whales, fishes, and everything. That really gives a lot of backstory and a lot of background information. And the new song is freaking heavy metal. Have you guys heard it?
Oh,
I love both the intro and the outro still.
Yeah.
I will say that the actual like animated portion of the intro isn't super great, but the song bangs. I love it.
I knew Ray would have loved that song.
I'm listening to it on repeat on Spotify. Like, damn, it's too good.
That song is heavy metal greatness. Wow, I love that song.
And the visuals for that opening was really good too. Like,
I think it's okay.
Show is
animations for the first one.
Show is kicking ass of Shinra. I'll say that intro opening song Show is kicking Shinra's ass. I'm gonna say it.
I kind
of figured that's gonna happen.
Yeah, the intro does a really good job of giving you spoilers with no context.
Yeah.
When I saw the intro, I'm like, whoa, hold up. But I mean, there's no context. You have no idea what's going on. So it doesn't matter.
But that fight, me and Sam disagree hard about it. We disagree in our video. And Sam's saying that Shinra's winning, but I'm saying Show's winning.
No. I didn't say Shinra was winning. I said he's putting a decent fight. At least he's able to combat Hammond.
True.
I have a feeling he's gonna meet his brother. His brother's gonna put him on his ass multiple times. He's gonna be shook the entire time. The entire time.
It's more like he can't attack his little brother, but his little brother can attack him. It's mostly because
I think he's gonna find out something from his little brother. He's gonna be like, oh no, okay. And then I think we get a rage mode. Oh, we haven't seen a rage mode yet. I think we have one coming.
Oh yeah, I see that coming next episode, definitely for sure. Because
you think next episode?
It's to me, each episode we're gonna get the Shinra sense. Each episode. Last episode we got it. In the previous episode before, and at this episode again, at the end, something big is happening. Something big is gonna explode his property. Something's gonna destroy his property, and he's gonna the opening spoiler as well that the new guy with the red hair is gonna join because
Vulcan.
Yeah, thank you, Vulcan.
Which Vulcan is currently my favorite character.
Yeah, I love the red hair. I love that red hair. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I love Vulcan is Tony Stark without the money.
And I love it. He's so good. I love Vulcan.
And he would never go and take the money. He's
so freaking cool. I like Vulcan a lot. And his backstory was like, okay, I like this guy. I like it a lot. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a rage mode this soon. I'd be surprised, to be completely honest, to get a rage mode this soon.
Okay, so no, all right. Since James confirmed it, since he read many chapters of Hate's Cut Up, so
I really just don't think that there's nothing like at this point that would push him to a rage mode. Like like remotely.
I'm not gonna say anything, but you will be entertained by the next episode. But it's not gonna be a rage mode.
But
that's good to know.
But we're definitely getting some type of Shinra sense almost every episode from what I'm seeing, because he sends, I don't know how far away, that a battle or a fight was coming. He sensed it, and I love that he is starting to understand himself.
Thought it was him sensing. I thought he was sensing the malicious intent of the captain. Yeah, is what it was.
Most likely that too.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, he's literally sensing malicious intent and people in need of help. Is what I think he's feeling. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of wild. It's like
that's exactly what it is.
Okay, actually. Yeah, because I was like, that's like hyped up Spidey sense. And I'm like, that's actually kind of lit for what he does.
wait until you find out what the reason is behind it.
Oh no!
I'm also like really interested from that beginning of the intro, because like the previous core, we keep seeing like the opening of like, there's many deaths in the world, but the number one death in the world is by fire. And then a new card completely. I'm guessing that's what the Evangelists sees in their future of how they see history in its past, where everything was technically supposed to be made of fire. Everybody's supposed to be burned. And we're supposed to be the second son, is what I'm getting at from the cards, like from that beginning intro. So I feel there's a lot more perspective towards the Evangelists' positions. So I can't wait for this core to keep going.
I'm ready to learn more about them.
I'm ready.
Like it's time.
I'm ready to learn to see Sho kick ass to Shinra. That's what I want to see. Definitely for sure.
Well, another part with the special effects, the animation with the water show, the aquarium thing that they had,
the hologram.
The hologram, the birds, everything was really good. It looked fantastic. Even the sunrise was like,
it was beautiful. Really cool. I was not expecting that, and I thought it was really cool.
And not so many comedy sketches from this episode as well. The can throwing machine arm.
That's funny.
I just love this episode. It was just a really good episode. It was
peeing squirrel thing or
that
whatever
thing was weird though. Don't know what the hell. But that was weird. I was like, no, thank you.
Guys, this was the most fun thing. So me and Sam watched the episode first. Ray's always streaming Fridays, so he doesn't watch until Saturday. And James is busy working. So throughout the night, I sent that picture to the group chat. Ray was like, what the hell did you just send it to us? I was like, just wait and watch.
Because it's one of those things where I almost didn't believe that it was Fire Force for a second. I'm like, what the is that? What is happening? And then I'm like, oh no, that's Fire Force.
What's weird is because Arthur is like, hey, can I keep this? I was like, why? What are you gonna do with this?
Weird. Okay, but the weirdest part was that just everybody kind of he goes like, oh, I touched this thing and it started peeing, and I'm like, where did you touch it, Arthur? Why were you touching it? Like, okay, what?
I just want to enter Arthur's mind. I just want to see him. So like his mind, because I want to know, does he put that front to be that dumb, or is that his really personality? Because we haven't found out some people.
I think that's literally just him. I think that's just him, which I think makes me like him more. It's just him.
I find that Iris was so cute with pressing these buttons and like, even though like, don't press this button, and then like that's the most you're not supposed to say don't press this button, especially for anybody. They're gonna end up pressing that button.
No, in general, don't press any red button. Red button means bad. Don't press red.
But it was hilarious. It was adorable. There goes the elephant.
I was like, this was.
I hope we see that again somewhere, just randomly in the background. That'd be hilarious.
Just lying still. This was, like Ray said, this was the most enjoyable episode. Like nothing action happened, but just the enjoyment, the comedy, no edgy shots, the nice new character we found about Lisa, beautiful.
Which, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even realize there were no edgy shots. So you know why? Because this episode didn't need any.
Yeah, it didn't. Technically,
technically we got Lisa, who I'm very okay with, so it's fine.
Yeah, she was a cool character. We found out about a new kid and everything. But I really want to understand, why did the science dude really join Company A? We know he's a bad guy, so I really want to know more about that. Like, we know.
I think in Company 3. He's the captain of the third.
No. Talking about the bad guy. Scientist.
The doctor, right? He's Fire Force number 3.
I'm talking about the guy that joined Company A.
The mad scientist that works for
correct.
Joker.
Yes.
The guy who worked with his grandpa.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to know why the scientist. I'm talking about the scientist, the one that joined in the beginning. The joined in the beginning with Company is the new Sign Division. James, help me out here.
Ah, yes, that guy.
I can't remember his name, but I know.
That's definitely Joker from. It's definitely Joker from Persona 5.
I want to know. I want to know what's the plan. Like, what is the plan of him joining? Was it like to kind of be like snooping around? So I want to know what is the end goal. Because
I mean, I'm wondering like why not? He said that you could just kick me out or whatnot and don't let me join, but it's gonna be suspicious though. Like, I honestly just kick his ass out if you don't trust him at all. Like, he just happens to just put himself in there into Firehouse 8 just because he's more curious and he wants to learn more about Shinra and stuff.
I really just think that he's bored. This is why he joined. I think he was literally bored. He's like, we're gonna lab all day. It sucks. I want to go and actually like do stuff with the actual Fire Force, be on the front lines, which he might regret, but it'll be interesting to see it play out.
Who knows?
But not really trusting though. Like, he's not trusting because we know nothing about him, and all we know is that he somehow worked the ashes that Joker used to turn people into infernals.
We just need to find more information. I'm just waiting patiently. James is here quiet in this whole segment because he cannot say anything. He just have to nod his head and just be like, yeah, guys.
Even though we know he wants to. Every time we've been talking, I've been staring at him. He was like,
me too.
I'm trying not to react to anything.
I don't stare at James just in case he reacts.
I won't.
It could be the little subtlest thing and I would catch it, so I try not to look at James.
Understandable. Even though, guys, James is a good looking man, so just saying. Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Okay, guys. There was no My Hero last weekend.
Unfortunately.
But it will return this following Saturday, so
yes.
Can't wait for that. But we can move on to our next bloody, violent, incredible episode of Vinland Saga episode 17. Unfortunately, episode 18 will be on break next week.
Yes.
But we'll return the following week.
But guys,
bullshit.
I want James and Ray to take this one since you guys already heard us. I want to hear you guys first. I want to hear your thoughts since you guys never spoke about in the group chat. So take it away, James and Ray.
I love this episode. This episode was great. I would like to think that most of the stuff that I predicted was going to happen sort of in a way happened in this episode, or at least is going to build into what we said the last time we talked about this. I'm most curious about, I want to see Bjorn's fight. That's the one I want to see. I don't care about nobody else. Like, I love to watch Bjorn fight. He's the Berserker. I love to watch the Berserker fight. I mean, and when we, the last time we saw him fight, he got destroyed by Thor.
With one punch. With really one punch.
So it was kind of like a big build up and then he got destroyed. So I'm like, to watch him fight just some regular dudes, I want to watch him throw down, you know what I'm saying? But no, this was good. I was very Thorkill cracks me up. Like, this character. By the way, they really played up how big he is in this episode for the first time. They've kind of like, you've kind of seen him in comparison to other soldiers, but it's never really been as emphasized as it was this episode. Thorkill is huge.
Now you know why they call him Thorkill the Tall. Giant.
One of our fans told us the exact height. He's 7 feet and 5.
That's crazy.
Damn.
But think about this though.
My man can play in the NBA.
Super Vikings. There are regular Vikings and then there are Super Vikings, and he is one of those Super Vikings. It is nuts.
Doris was a Super Viking, so
he was
funny.
I mean, most definitely he was.
Yes,
so
like funny. I think he was one of the most super.
So it's funny. Thorkill said the only person that's beat me was Thor the Troll. So I like just to
multiple times.
Like, he never beat Thor. He never beat him.
So to see, I want to see a flashback of Thor the Troll's prime. We saw it in the beginning of the season for only like 2 minutes.
A whole series of Thors in his prime.
That was awesome.
I want to see it because to see Thorkill just demolishing these people and see the presence that we saw in the manga panels, and then in this, like, he killed a dude by shocking him to death.
He killed a dude by looking at him. He looked at him and he died.
It was intimidation. Like,
he scared him to death.
Went with axes like this.
Scared him to death.
And that shit happens. You can literally die by being scared to death. You can.
And I love that was what I put in the group chat. I was like, we see somebody die in a way we've not seen somebody die in anime in a long, long time. Literally was scared to death.
I don't think I don't think
Are you talking about the guy that pretty much started the revolution against Askeladd?
Yes.
He's not dead.
That boy's dead as a doornail.
he's dead mentally, but physically he's very much alive.
That's dead.
You know, I'm pretty sure they don't care for cabbage like steak kind of.
So you're saying that he's still alive to see him in the next episode or not?
Oh yeah, you'll see him again for sure. He's definitely alive.
So he just passed out consciously.
He's alive.
Wow. So...
He's just really out of it, but he is very much alive.
Oh my God, nah, he did. They're gonna use that, but harvest his organs. He can give them to somebody else. He's an organ donor now.
Oh, speaking about organs, my man Askeladd went down a half body, and because he was angry. Oh, sorry guys,
they're gonna have to explain that, because now we've got this whole weird like mysticism type thing. Sort of that was like a weird like mysticism moment where I'm like, okay, that's the war god rage, and I'm like, okay. Explain, creator. Explain.
I mean, well, we never really. Well, all we know about Ashkeladd's father is that he's the king. He used to be the king of the Romans.
Well, they keep talking about this war god in those flashbacks, and how I'm thinking he's supposed to be this reincarnation of this war god, is what it seems like. And it's like, okay, so this is why he's so good in battle, and he's this tactician, and he's, this is. I'm like, okay. So you got a lot of plot armor, Askeladd, is what you got.
His armor did save his life, like from
literally. He
literally
got hit from the back from an axe, and like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like,
you know
got
what?
Hit by an axe.
Is that the armor of Achilles?
I think so.
Maybe?
No, Achilles' armor had a lion on the front, didn't it?
Something like that. I know his armor it's full armor.
Well, his mom said
it's got some weird blessed properties.
Yeah,
it has to.
But his mom said something about the place Avalon. So that's pretty interesting as well. So that was pretty fascinating. And guys, by the way, if you guys didn't know, James is quite in this section as well now, because he read Vinland Saga 30 chapters ahead from where we are. So that's why he's also quite in this segment as well. And he might talk about the manga when we do our own thing. But if you guys do want to jump ahead, the series in this episode is episode 35. Where James is at right now is chapter 65, or you probably passed that more now, James.
Yeah, I'm on 75 now.
Oh, so he went 15 chapters more ahead from where we talked about it a day ago.
So where you at, my hero, James? Huh?
200.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So you read Vinland Saga instead of My Hero. That's interesting to put the priorities.
Dude, I couldn't stop. I will say, this episode adapted the manga panels really well. I did not realize how much the anime is toned down compared to the manga.
Yeah, I do.
I can understand that. I still think that it's pretty bloody, but from what you told me, there's a lot more blood in the manga.
They made Dorkill much more scary on the manga than they did on the anime.
Oh, he's way scarier in the manga.
Oh, yeah.
Much scarier. We saw pictures of him.
I gotta give props to the art, though. The art of making Dorkill, his fears, his intimidation was amazing.
That's why I couldn't stop reading. The
looked like a death
so
god.
good. The story is so good.
Nosferatu right there with his shaped face and stuff like that.
He definitely looked like a death god. Like when he was doing that, I was like, "Ooh, okay, I like this."
But
because he kills people in this episode, but in the manga, there's way more body parts. There's way more body parts.
From what it looks like, it's just kind of sped up in the anime. I don't know if that makes sense, but when he's killing people, it's like
that makes sense.
It's much faster.
Oh yeah, but
it's instantly dead.
It's because they also want kids to watch this in Japan, so that's why they also don't want it to show that bloody.
It's still pretty violent.
Kids, y'all go watch Boruto. All right, relax, it's fine.
I will talk about Boruto, kids. No worries. For those kids out there that listen to this podcast, I will talk about Boruto in a few, so no worries. But it's definitely bloody.
When it came to Dorkill, it seems like I sent you guys to Valhalla, so pick up your weapons and let us kill you and stuff like that.
That's the way that works. And I mean, like they give them the chance they want. That's the thing about the Vikings, the Danes. They all want to go to Valhalla. Like they all want each other to go. It's just that the way to go in battle.
Well, these didn't want to go.
I don't think it's that they didn't want to go. It's just that they were afraid. Like,
I know.
There's a lot happening right now. They're all of a sudden they're betraying their leader, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're betraying the leader." But oh yeah, by the way, the enemy army who we're running from is right here now. It's like, all right, everything's bad.
So, want to bet money right now? Next week, it has to if Wick Studio goes all out, it has to go fight of the year. Of Thorkill versus Thorfinn has to go fight of the year. That's the episode. Oh, sorry, not next week. 2 weeks from now. But that fight has to be fight of the year.
Fight of the year? I don't know. Dude, we'll see.
I'll be honest. It's a contender because when I read it in the manga, I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. I mean, I need to see this animated right now.
The first fight was awesome. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, this is way better.
So this, I kind of like, it could definitely be that, but we'll see.
It's a contender.
Definitely.
It's a contender.
Don't worry, guys. We will have our top 5, top 10 stuff in December, but this, I see it happening. It's just the way it's hyped up, the way it's spoken about. I saw on social media and everything. People that read the manga have been hyping up, and just knowing it's Thorkill versus Thorfinn, an actual 1-on-1. This is, and also I love how they started the battle, saying like whoever wins could kill Askeladd. I love how Askeladd like, so there's a battle to who to kill me. What the hell?
Askeladd can't do nothing right now. No way. It's fine. He's like, well, I'm gonna sit this one out for a while.
Our arrows to both of his
always
knees and...
in control.
Man, dude got 6 arrows in his legs. He ain't in control of
nothing. James, hold up. James, you're saying that Askeladd still controls this right now?
Everything that happens all falls into Askeladd's plan.
Okay.
I think that's by circumstance.
Probably. I think it's circumstances as well, because
he's got a plan. It just happens to be working with what he had planned out.
Apparently,
it doesn't matter. It still lines up perfectly with his plans.
Yo,
yes,
okay.
His plot armored plans. You're correct.
All right. Next week needs to come. I mean, 2 weeks from now needs to happen now, because I need to know. Oh no! All right, cool.
They were built up so much because like. In the beginning of the episode, we see Thorfinn. Literally, he knows how to throw his knives. He has great precision, and then we have Thorkill. Literally, did a shoryuken on a horse, like on a freaking horse. Like, goddamn,
that was pretty wild.
I don't appreciate how horses are treated in this anime.
Me either.
Oh my god!
The last episode, a horse got an axe in the head, and now a horse got punched. That horse is dead.
That happened in this episode too.
Yeah, James, that happened in this episode too. And they show it.
And
that's right.
It happened in the eye. They show it in the eye.
I was not happy about that because Bjorn's like, "Hey, they about to go after the horses," and I'm like, "They better not." I was like, "Bjorn, hit it! Don't you have a spear? Stab him!" And nope.
I mean, it is logical to go for your transportation. It makes sense. But
I mean, yes, but still.
But James,
yes,
but James,
the horses did not deserve it.
You bring something up very important. Something they should put at the end of the episode. No animals were hurt in this episode. At the end, they should do that.
They were badly hurt. We literally saw blood coming off of that horse.
They were murdered.
All of those horses are dead.
Destroyed.
And Thorkill was like, okay, if you win this, we'll even give you a horse. Hopefully, a better live and alive one.
I'm just curious to see how this. I'm curious to see how this ends. Like, where do we end up after this wraps up? Is what I'm curious about.
After what I'd like to what's see. Happening immediately wraps up.
Yes, after they fight, and let's see. I want to know what happens. Like,
so Ray, I will say this.
Yeah.
We have said things on this podcast that are very, very, very close to what happened.
God dang it.
Take that for whatever you want it to be.
God
so James is saying, hit the lotto tomorrow and take it to the bank. And then after that, we all become millionaires. No, for first Race and his wife, and then after us, hopefully.
Soon as I pay off them student loans. That's right.
I actually want to kind of wish we might not get it as the Askeladd versus Thorkill fight. At least with Askeladd in full healthy condition, a fair fight against Thorkill would have been.
I mean, I'm kind of backtracking what I said about Thorkill dying. I don't think he dies yet, but I still think there's a chance that he dies. So.
I don't think he's dying. There's something that needs to happen with Thorkill and Thorfinn. Something that he said himself. We saw in, I think, the preview something that Thorkill asked, "Wait, your father didn't tell you?" So I'm really curious about that to know more. I
think that Thorkill would be a much more useful piece in their plan going forward than dead. He would actually be very useful.
That's what I said.
I feel he could also be for comedy relief as well. This guy's funny. This guy's really funny.
I'm still standing my ground. Uncle, uncle. I'm hopefully saying it in 2 weeks when we discuss it. We'll see what happens. James cannot agree or disagree with us.
You're not gonna find out in 2 weeks. You'll find out in the episode after the next one.
Oh, so episode 19.
Yes, we gotta fight episode first.
Of course, we get a conclusion.
It's also another thing is like,
and that fight actually could be 2 episodes because there's a lot going on.
I was about to say because there's
there's something else that's going
fights.
on along with this fight, so it might actually be 2 episodes because they'll have to cut in between the 2 things.
Oh, I like it.
Oh yeah, the boring thing. So yeah, makes sense. So this was overall a good episode. Enjoyed it. So much to discuss, so much to talk about, and so much theories to see if we come true in the next 2 episodes, like James said. So let's see what happens.
I'm also curious, like, how is Dorkel gonna feel when he learns that Ashglad is the reason that Dor is dead? Oh my god, damn it, James! Why did you do that?
Sam. I love you, my brother. Sam.
I'm so sorry.
Sam, I love you, brother. Why couldn't you hold yourself back?
You just laugh.
Sam, why couldn't you hold yourself back? I didn't ask that question.
I could not contain that. I'm so sorry.
I knew. That's why I didn't say it. I had a feeling too. Sam, I had the feeling. That's why I didn't say anything. Because I knew James would have, the most question that we would have talked about, he would have reacted. I had a feeling. That's why I didn't say it. I wonder what happened.
I took it too far. I took one too many questions too far for James. Okay. Never mind. Let's
I just confirmed 3 potential theories in my head.
Same here. That's why I didn't bring it up. That's the one thing I didn't want to discuss because I knew since James knows, he would probably react there or say something like "wait until" or something. But like,
because what I need to not happen is that he says that, oh yeah, by the way, I'm the one that kills Thor. Then Thorkel's like, oh, well, now I immediately respect you because first of all, bullshit.
Like, no, he would have lost to you. You're too easy to kill.
I'm like, maybe he gets mad, but he won't kill him because he's got to take him back somewhere. I don't know. Who knows what'll happen after that? But I'm like, and then third, I mean, maybe he just kicks him in the mouth, which I would appreciate, but I doubt that'll happen too.
Sam,
interesting theory.
No more theory questions.
I'm sorry, that was my fault.
As long as James doesn't continue reading more of Vinland Saga.
Oh, I can't stop. It's gonna keep going. I can't.
Oh my god.
Well, guys, in the future, this will be a trio conversation and just James saying and smiling. So for the next coming end of the season for Firestone for Vinland Saga. Hopefully
we'll leave him on mute a little bit just for that cut. That's when I started cut time, so we don't see anything. As long as we don't see, we don't hear, we can't do it. We get spoiled.
Wow, that was fun.
Alright, guys, let's do a quick recap of what else we've been watching, what else we've been reading on our free time.
Can I go first?
Yes, go ahead. Hey, man, take it. There's no take turns. Go ahead, James.
So I'm starting this off with a rant. I saw the first 2 episodes of 7 Deadly Sins season 3.
Oh no.
And this is the stupidest piece of bullshit I have ever fucking seen.
Okay, can we just pause for a second and say that we warned you? We warned you.
This is insulting beyond all belief. Everything that we've seen from season 1 and season 2, how bloody it is. We just get this white fucking bullshit. And then anything that could look like puncture wounds, they literally block it. They put a black circle around it and they block it out. Bruh. It's fucking bullshit. I will not be watching any more of 7 Deadly Sins season 3 because it looks like fucking garbage. I can't.
Can you please watch more? I want to hear this more rants every week and have a segment of this, so I could put it on social media and
Miguel,
clip out.
You weren't here, Miguel, but James was doing his rant
I did hear it. Don't worry, I did hear it. That's behind the scenes, guys. If you wanna subscribe to Patreon, there's behind the scene of another rant from James. I'm talking about Sunday Sense. But say, can we have more of this, James, every week? Can you watch it for us, for our pleasure, and the people watching this clip on social media and wherever they find this? Can you please watch this for our amusement of your rant? We want this more every week now. Watch it illegally. Guys, we do support Crunchyroll, Funimation, any other streaming sites legally. But Netflix, thank you very much. James, can you please For the love of God, I want more of this.
I don't really want James to like hurt himself like this. Like that's messed up.
Like, come on, what reactions from her? Like, no way. Like, what the hell did they just
I
do?
was so angry because they do a recap, obviously, of what happens in the last season, and when Meliodas was stabbed to death. It's literally a fucking black circle around his body, so you can't see the swords in it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Escanor killed someone, and then it's just this white shit that just squirts everywhere. Where's the fucking blood? It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It is a waste of my time. I just moving on.
Sounds like we're gonna have a Seven manga segment going forward.
Yes, because I will be reading the manga. This is bullshit.
No. James, you might give another rant for the manga as well, knowing your taste.
Not at first, but after you get towards near the ending, you probably will.
Once you pass 370, you might do a rant for every other chapter or arc.
No, not 370.
390. Sorry. 200. 200.
You are not instilling very much confidence in me in this series anymore. And I think I might be done with it forever.
That's literally why I gave that warning. For the love of this anime that we still have of it, or for the manga, whatever the series.
I think I might just consider it dead and remember it as it was. I think I'm done.
Ray.
I wish I did.
Ray, I had this series.
Ray, I did warn you. I warned you. I warned everybody.
I know you did, and I should have listened.
Ray, I had this series.
Seven Deadly Sins. It was a good run.
Guys, I had this series at an 8. I've dropped it down to a 7 or 6.5. I have it here on my anime list, guys. I drop it down and I love this. I grew up with it. I rewatched season 1 and 2 so many times when it was out. And now to see how the roller coaster of chapter 280 is when it really started to go bad. To right now, chapter 331. We covered it on our Phase 1 podcast back when we were in our home parent company. And we covered it saying that it was going to end this year in the summer. Guess is what? It's still going on, and it still has chapters.
So it should have ended what you're saying.
Yes, yeah, it should have ended a long time ago with a better storyline. Because I mean, the artwork looks fantastic. The drawings of it looks great. It actually looks really good. It's just the story it's kind of bad.
It had an epilogue, and then
it was really stale.
Guys, it had an epilogue in chapter 300, and guess what? Another arc still continue somehow after an epilogue. Right.
So maybe I'm just done with Seven Deadly Sins for real. Like I'm for real. Like maybe I'm just like, okay, that's done.
So yeah, I don't know.
A lot of other anime and manga to go and read and watch.
Yeah, that really pissed me off. But
that's unfortunate.
The next one I'm going to talk about is Cautious Hero. I think I'm done. This is episode 3. I was forcing myself to watch it. This character is he's just not interesting to me anymore.
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that?
He's so powerful. He has so many different techniques, but he himself is just so one note and boring. Everyone else around him is boring. I'm done. So, this is the last episode. I'm done.
What do you give this?
Did they rename Wise Man's grandchild and I didn't know?
I was about to say it. Damn it, Ray. You're taking my joke. Yo, Ray taking my jokes this episode.
I don't know. It's really boring.
Which one would you say is better, Wise Man or grandchild? Wise Man or Cautious Hero?
Well, I gave Wise Man's Grandchild more episodes before I was done, so I would have to say Wise Man's Grandchild.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Cool.
Because I am bored out of my mind. I was watching it. I'm like, I have to force myself. Yes, I wanted to go to sleep.
You found your cheat magician. Good job.
No.
Well, at least you got further from them than the Seven Deadly Sins season.
What else you been watching?
No Guns Life, episode 3. That's still really good, Ray. I need you to.
I'm gonna watch it. I
No
promise.
Guns Life is amazing. I do agree. Me and Sam have watched episode 4 by now. It's not on the channel yet because I'm the only editor that says, but it will be out soon, guys. But No Guns Life, I agree, James. It's really good, really dark. Love the song. The intro song is amazing. Definitely suggest it. And I love his character. The main guy is dope as hell.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. High School Prodigies episode 5. We finally meet the main antagonist.
That was today, right?
Yeah.
No, okay, I didn't watch
no. I'm sorry.
Episode 6 is tomorrow. The day you guys are watching this, on the video side is this Thursday, But let's talk about it, James, because I'm also watching High School Prodigies and Have It Easy of Another World. I'm up to caught up as well on episode 5.
Same here.
I'm not caught up.
All right,
I'm not gonna go into any details, but
here.
we finally know who the real like antagonist is gonna be for them.
That's
because
nice.
they've been skating through pretty well so far, but
Agreed.
It's not gonna be that way for much longer.
He is kind of like one of the not side. He's one of the captains of the main enemies, but the real enemies are much higher.
I just meant for like right now. He's gonna be the biggest opposition for them right now.
And James, I agree. This series is my favorite. I like what Ray said last week or 2 weeks ago. He said that he's happy that James recommended the shows because there's a lot of oppas, and I was very happy too that these characters went into the pool scene with leaves. I was like, oh, now I see why Ray enjoyed this. I'm enjoying this too. That's what I said when I was watching the exact episode. Like, and then I just binge watched episode 3, 4, and 5, and I went late to work, and I love it. I had no regrets.
Oh my god!
I had no regrets. And what's funny, I could
have Miguel, why were you late to work? Anime titties.
Yep. That's the reason why.
Wait, no, to be more specific, elf anime titties.
Yes, and they're more bigger, so it makes sense. And I was enjoying it.
I'm not gonna lie, they are bigger.
Oh my god!
So the last anime that I've been watching for this episode. Really funny name, but Fastest Finger First.
Wait, what?
It's called Fastest Finger First.
Bruh.
All right,
so it's
go ahead.
The title sounds weird, but it's actually about this main character who finds out that he's really good at taking quizzes. So he joins this quiz bowl.
I'm so glad that you said
to become the quiz king. So when he was a loner as a kid, he read a lot of books. He spent all of his like school years being in a library, reading books, learning things. So he's really, really good at quizzes. And he realizes that he really likes doing it competitively. So it's a competitive like trivia kind of anime where the MC is just really cool, and I want to see where it's gonna go. So I was immediately. Yeah, I was really locked in from the first episode. I saw the first 2. I'm like, I'm in. I'm absolutely loving this. As far as manga I've been reading,
James, quick question. So, what caught you interest in this anime? Was it the title?
No, I mean, I guess like I just clicked on it because I was curious to see, well, what the fuck does this mean? And then after the first episode, I'm like, well, this is actually great. Like, it's really good animation. The story's good. The main character is really good.
I've done that same thing, except it ended up what we were thinking originally is what it was, is what I found. So, yeah, that's happened to me a few times. And I'm like, oh, this isn't just a regular. This is one of those anime. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one is actually really good.
And what do you find this? If I want to, be curious as well about the finger.
It's on. It's on Crunchyroll.
Cool. I will put it on my list to watch the finger.
It's actually really good. I highly recommend it. It's a really good anime.
Cool.
As far as what I've been reading, like I already mentioned, Vinland Saga. I'm on chapter 75 right now. I'm reading a new isekai and manga called A Second Time for an Otherworld Summoning. I'm on chapter 12 of that. I'm current on that. It's really, really fun. So this one is actually unique because he's actually been a hero in this other world before. And because he was so powerful, the king of the land actually sent him back to the real world forcibly. And then he actually gets summoned back to this world again.
With his entire class.
Yeah, right? With his entire class. And it's dope.
I read it. I know
it's sounds cool. This sounds cool.
Too.
Definitely sounds interesting.
To me, it's on the level of that time I got reincarnated as a... I like it that much.
That's pretty good.
All right.
You guys might not feel that way, but I like it as much as that.
All right, Netflix,
I read the series, so I know what you mean. I read the series too, so...
Another one I'm reading, it's called, this is a long name, A 29-year-old guy living single, transported to a new world to live freely, at least he wanted to.
Yes, you mentioned this to us, and like, well, it's a long name.
Names gotta stop.
It's good.
Okay.
I'm 5 chapters in right now, and I really like it.
Okay.
There's not much I can go into without spoiling it, but it's pretty simple. Normal guy who is bored with his life, wishes he could be transported to another world. He does, and you can guess what happens next.
Does he get hit by a truck to get to another world, or he just
No,
dies?
he just goes to sleep and he just wakes up in another world.
That's the way I would want it to work.
Sounds
Same
like
here.
death much and Rasputin.
None of this getting sucked into weird magic portals, getting hit by a bus, dying in a certain. No, I just wake up. Oh, dang!
Just
Different
go.
world.
And the last one that I've been reading is Attack on Titan, chapter 123. And the only thing I'm going to say is all hail Lord Eren. Done.
All right, guys. By the way, James and Sam will make time to do a video for you guys this weekend. So this week, when you guys watch this, if you guys want more of those, watch it. Give the feedback if you want more. These guys will make time for it. We will not have discussion because me and Rayapollo are fully behind, and we know a lot of people that probably watch this are behind as well. So yes, Sam, want to give your nice one sentence as well?
About the chapter, it's incredible.
Okay,
That's
cool. All right, cool, nice. Any last thing, James?
No, that's all I've been watching and reading. I got a lot of. Oh, I actually started a Sherlock Holmes manga. Really good.
Detective Conan?
No, it's called something else. I can't remember exactly what it is. I
Kentucky
forgot to
Case
write it down.
Files?
No, it's called something else.
Cool,
I'm surprised I actually
Yeah,
know
but
something
I'll drop it
interesting.
in the chat. I can't remember exactly what.
All right, Ray, go ahead. What have you been watching and reading? Because we know that you've been here reading some Hero.
So remember how I told you James was clicking on random stuff and you got the other stuff. So I told you I was random stuff and got this stuff. I clicked on this anime called Jet Girls.
Oh,
Mistake.
It
was a mistake.
That's a fan service anime. No, that's
100,000 million percento.
Dude, I see trailers of that. It's like, oh my god!
And it's high dive, so it's uncensored. So the first episode, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Wait, is that the one that shows the booty cheeks fighting each other?
No, that's
Kaijo or Keijo or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So what's Jet Girl then?
It's
girls, sports, and jet skis.
Yeah,
everything
jet
that
skis,
man loves.
And they're shooting like it's so think like an arcade cabinet shooter, but like they're on jet skis and they're shooting at other teams on jet skis.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yes. Yep.
Tell us more.
Nope.
All right. What else?
All you need to know is that it's uncensored on High Dive, but they delete the previous episodes, so you have to watch it when it's current. And then you have to watch the censored version if you don't watch it. I just was very caught off guard. I was like, what is this? And then it happened, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Interesting.
And that was an accident. I was just clicking through stuff, and I was like, what is this? And then, because I remember, I follow High Dive on Twitter. And I saw them post about it. I'm like, well, let me check this out. They posted about it. And I go, oh, that's why you were posting about it after 10 p.m. Gotcha.
Oh,
okay.
I know the one you're talking about. I saw that same tweet they did at 10 p.m. I remember. I know the one you're talking about. Yep, I know.
So yeah, there was that. So that's the only other thing I actually watched because I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, all my time has been going into reading My Hero Academia.
Are you fully cut up?
I'm on chapter 238.
Oh,
currently.
So you passed the villain arc.
I'm at the end of the villain arc right now. Like it's ending.
All right, so by next week, once both you and James are fully cut up, we can have a full discussion.
Yeah, I'll definitely be caught up by next week for sure.
Okay, so, because you're pretty close. Like I think this only 280 something chapters.
Something
so
like
you
that.
should be caught up.
Really? 280?
No.
It wasn't.
244. Just 244.
Yeah,
chapters.
44.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's no way I'm almost that caught up.
Yeah,
like they're not close to 300 yet. 200 was not too long ago.
248.
Okay,
my bad.
I was close. 248.
Close. Let's say, all right. So I'm 10 chapters away from being caught up, which I'm not happy about.
Where can you find Jet Girls?
High Dive.
It's on High Dive, which is VRV.
High Dive. Okay, gotcha.
All right. So next week, guys, if you guys are not manga reader, we will have the time code for you guys in the video side and on the podcast side for you guys not to be spoiled on the My Hero Academia, because we're gonna have a full discussion next week.
But no, I've basically been focusing all my time into reading that, and yeah, it's getting pretty wild. Except I do have one minor complaint, and I'm not gonna talk about it now. But like, it's like,
we'll come to it next week.
Yeah,
next week.
We'll talk about that.
I just want to know three things about next week: the Avatar State, and I want to know about your guys' opinion about the Class 1A versus Class 1B, and the villain arc. Those are three things I want to know about your guys' discussion. That's the three things I really want to know about. So I can't wait for next week.
Okay, Miguel. Cool. Looks like it's your turn for what have you been watching? What have you been reading?
All right, so watching, I'm gonna just talk about. We already talked about High School Prodigies. I watched another episode of Assassin's Pride. Assassin's Pride was pretty dope. Third episode. It was not better. I will still give it a 6, a solid 6. Not because it's the worst, but just because it still keeps me intrigued.
8.
Okay. 6. If you just flip that and take a little bit out of the corner to the left side, definitely get that out. But definitely it's enjoyable.
Hot 6 or cold 6?
A hot 6. A hot 6.
Oh.
Hot 6. Definitely there, enjoyable.
But I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, cool.
But I will recommend this. This is my recommendation. Like I said it. Welcome to a segment of recommendation of Miguel trying to convince the guys and you guys to watch. It's called Erosuki. Are you the only one who loves me? ? And this is an anime that is definitely my favorite. Not my favorite, but top 5 favorite of the comedies of the year, the rom-com, and it's definitely enjoyable because it plays the breaking the fourth wall of the genres. It's like one of my favorite line in episode 4 throughout the series. It's only up to 6 episodes, and we already reached the halfway mark of the show. And one of my favorite line is that them being in the library and the girl that he's talking to say, what happened if there's a war coming? And my favorite line he said is that, hold up, we're not one of those genres that right now we're about to have a fourth wall type of war tournament going to happen. And I love that because those always happen in those type of seasonal animes, Wives Men, and those things. There's like crazy battle happening out of nowhere. But this anime is a high school student who believes in his life to have some type of rom-com or some type of harem he wants. Like always, every type of high school. But the reason I could like this a lot and relate to is because this person, all the girls he likes, they like his best friend. And that's, I think, most of us could relate to, that we've been there in that position where you like a girl, but the girl you likes your best friend. And something that he's and also in high school, there's a rumor around going on. There's always a newspaper gossip going on. So I really enjoyed this rom-com very much. It's enjoyable, and it's only 6 episodes and good animation, and the girls look very beautiful. Nice opais too.
Okay.
I'm actually 2 chapters into that. I completely forgot about it.
Oh, nice! You should reading it. It's very good. I like it, and it's very interesting. The girls and everything, and plus the MC is very funny. Like the MC is really enjoyable. Like this is probably my favorite MC out of all the rom-coms. So I like that very much.
Nice.
What else?
Ray, would you check out?
Potentially.
Okay. For watching, the only thing that I know Sam might bring up, the best that we probably watched this past week is definitely SAO. You guys gotta catch up. SAO is definitely on the best it's been doing. SAO.
It's been on my list. I haven't caught back up. Like I started it and didn't finish it.
Highly suggested. SAO Alicization Season 3 and Part 2 is the best they have ever been. Definitely the characters. We saw a creep want to kill bugs and then kill a girl with a screwdriver. That's what the show in this past week of episode. Yes, Ray, that reaction is what we gave.
I mean, that didn't convince me to watch it, but all right.
They went Game of Thrones level of what the hell they just do.
Yes, they did that too. So SAO this season is definitely interesting, but I'll give that for Sam to bring up or discuss. For reading, I would definitely suggest if you want to read Dr. Stone, the reboot of his father, Byakuya's side story, highly suggest. It's only 2 chapters in, and it gives more information about him being in space and how do they get down to Earth. There's more backstory. Enjoy the art. It's amazing. Boichi does an amazing job with it, so I'm very happy about that. Spy Family chapter 15.2 came out. Beautiful side story. I love it. I read 2 new series. It's called Shy. Shy is only 12 chapters in right now, and it's really enjoyable. Sorry, 13 chapters in, and I gotta give a shout out to Kid Otaku. He is the one that recommended to me, and I was very happy about that. It's a good, enjoyable series. I was very happy about it. It's superheroes like Marvel, but is with people in Japan and with other people around the world, with Russia and other people. There's a character from Mexico as well, who's a wrestler there. So really cool characters, like with the designs wise. We learn about the only 2 chapters in. The designs of the characters is very cool. So I highly suggest to read Shy. And I also start to read Tokyo Shinobi Striker from Viz. Really good series. I'm really enjoying it.
Yes,
I'm enjoying it. 5 chapters in. How about you, Ray? Are you reading as well?
I think I'm only 3 or 4 chapters in. Yeah,
and I'm enjoying it. The art is very good. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. Like I like it. This could be like a mini series, if anything.
Yeah. So like hopefully, right now I think it's only 22 chapters in. Let me check real quick. Yeah, 22 chapters in right now currently. So trying to catch up by next week, but highly suggest it if you're curious about that series. Highly suggest it. So those are the 3 series I want to bring up that I've been reading, and I just started. So that's about it.
Cool. All right, my turn. Okay, from the week I've watched through King and Ashura Part 2, finished the season. Pretty good. Only there to really watch the fights because these guys are impressive and how it moves and the accuracy and how real these fight moves are. It's actually pretty real. I know they do in the research of and literally how they visualize it. They literally had real fighters. The Arthur literally did his research of how he would position this move, do an arm bar, have the triangle lock, literally have the full Nelson lock, everything into these fighting moves, not just for MMA, but literally like with kung fu, old style boxing, sumo. It's really interesting. It's literally like who can. It doesn't matter what master style you have, as long as you're one of the best. As long as you're a good fighter, you're one of the best fighters. It doesn't matter. You put everything in the ring, and you can put yourself into a fight to the death, or else you quit. But there are some fighters who will not let you quit. They will put you in the most horrible torture ever, and just to prove a point of anything. And I really enjoy it. It's brutal. It's cool. Not as good as Baki, but definitely it's still enjoyable in the fights. I also watch High School Prodigies like Ray, like James and Miguel. Enjoying it, liking it. Still following the manga, and I think the pacing is pretty okay. A little bit slow. I think at the moment right now it might not actually catch up to the manga, so that's a good thing. That's a plus. That gives it the potential second season. So like that's it's good that it's taking this sort of pace slowly. I've also been reading Ascendance of the Bookworm. It's pretty good. A little boring, but I've read the manga for it, and I'm kind of fine of watching it. Just slow.
All right.
Also watching Gundam Build Diver Re. They're developing their other characters. They're the really shy boy. They've finally he's no longer shy anymore. He starts to have courage. His braves up around. Usually typical Gundam kind of storyline for kids, where eventually you need to face your fears, and once you face your fear, you'll be more incredible and a more better asset of a fighter, especially when you're using a Gundam and you're using a giant robot. So yeah, that was fun. Mangas, there's a lot I've been reading. Attack on Titan was definitely the showboating of all the mangas, indefinitely, because this was the best chapter. And I know we keep saying it each new chapter is the best chapter, but this is definitely the chapter of all chapters in this entire series, and it was incredible.
Most definitely. Yeah, dude.
Since Miguel wants me to bring this up with Sword Art Online,
up to you.
Alicization, it's great. Honestly, like I never expected this dark turn from it. Like we know Sword Art Online can be dark, but we never thought that it can literally remove a character after one episode, after like we've learned a little bit of them, and they seem like good people and they look really good, and then you just end up killing them right away after like the next following episode. I'm like, wait, what?
They dead.
You just went Game of Thrones into this? You gave us some character development, some interest about this random couple, and then you just kill them off the next episode? Like, really? Okay. That kind of shows how much of a King Joffrey the villain is into this. Yeah, literally, this guy is like King Joffrey. That's how bad it is. He's even more creepier too.
Yeah, I agree tenfold with Sam. Definitely suggest for you guys to catch up as soon as you can. Take your time. But definitely suggesting this episode still gave me a scar. That's how it was. I never expected SAO to go that way.
He's more creepier than the whole Elfheim villain guy. That creep guy that was after
Seriously.
Much more creepier.
Than that?
Yeah.
Worse than that. Because you literally go into his childhood and like you see how messed up he is. Like he is a full-on sociopath.
Yeah.
From birth to growth. And like this guy, like he's delusional too. He thinks he sees stuff, but it's not really real. And now he's in like the perfect place to do all this stuff. And what's worse of it is he's part of the military.
Yeah.
Which is like you can just probably cover anything up and hide anything and just say, oh no, this is classified information, army military work. So disclosure, nope. Can I have you on trial? Cannot.
Now see, the problem with this is that, in Game of Thrones, the precedent was set that, you know what, just wait a while. And the guys that you don't like, they gonna die. This is anime. It's gonna take twice as long.
That's kind of true.
He is the arching villain of this arc. So he's definitely not going to die until episode 11. So let's see what happens.
Or 12. We never know.
So like I said, twice as long. Yeah. And I don't know if I can deal with that for that long.
I mean, like, I guess at that point you just just soak in how horrible we hate him. And then we just hope for the most gruesomest death upon them.
That makes me mad. Nope.
Yeah, but we just have to see. But we can't really, spoil you guys more than we already have. So let's just, hopefully you guys got hooked into watching it again. Take your time, whenever is your free spare time.
All right, guys, let's move on to our news. Ricochet debuts All Might gear at WWE Crown Jewel. This is gonna be a quick 2-3 minute talk.
This was beautiful. This was honestly a beautiful, like, I don't know how to say, like, what's the best way? It was
because they were in Saudi Arabia,
and it was nice to see, like, just to see an All Might anime suit. We have seen comic books, Nightwing stuffs, Superman, homage, but to see a anime bodysuit like that, it was beautiful to see that. So I'm very happy about that. To actually see that a nice homage. So I'm very happy about that. That's really cool.
It was definitely perfect for Halloween because there was also a AEW Halloween theme kind of thing. They were dressed as Rick and Morty, Street Fighters, Sans from Undertale, and it was actually pretty cool. Like they bring out their inner geekdom that we would never expect from wrestlers, and they're so openly about them now with their video games or anime love, and it's cool. It's making anime so much more popular right now.
Agree.
And definitely it was awesome to see Ricochet as the All Might of the group, and he rocked it. He's literally he's definitely like open with it. He's a good job.
Cool.
All right, let's move on to the next news. ID Evaded TV anime's second trailer reviews January debut. We've talked about this earlier before, and this looks like the Inception anime, and now we have a second trailer for it.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'll be honest. I still have no idea what's happening.
Yep.
But I'm very intrigued.
Definitely. Agreed. Definitely, it looks exactly like Inception. We know it's a mystery anime, which is interesting. Crimes. Definitely, that's really fun. Definitely interesting too. I can see it's like a whole mystery thing of him trying to figure out his entire memories of what's been going on, how come his body's in pieces, and it's weird digital shape that's been going.
I don't know. It seems like a very scary version of Digimon. Like, when you forget things, you lose pieces of yourself as you're trying to figure out a different piece to remember everything.
I didn't think about it that
seems
way.
intriguing. I mean, and that's just a theory just based on what we've seen. But I don't know. I'm very intrigued in this. I want to watch this. I really do.
Oh yeah,
It seems very interesting.
I'm kind of hoping like maybe during Anime NYC, maybe they give
you
us
might
like
get
the
some more of it.
first one
Yeah.
episode of it, because I know
Maybe.
they're giving like showing screenings of first couple episodes of other animes, and some of them looks really interesting the following year.
I'm very excited to see the stuff for Anime NYC. To see more trailers, and hopefully they show the promos or 2 episodes about it.
Yeah, definitely for sure. All right, Kimetsu no Yaiba manga has currently taken the #1 spot for selling 200,000 copies in yearly sales, surpassing One Piece.
What happened, Luffy? Why couldn't you do this? You're supposed to be the OP of every year.
Tanjiro is best boy.
Just saying, guys, I'm not really mad. I don't really care. One Piece has been the #1 for the past almost 10 years right now. So I think since 2008.
Shit, might be longer.
No, since
I think it's a little bit longer.
It is longer.
Yeah,
it is
I know.
A bit longer.
About to say almost 10 years. I don't know. I think the exact number is since 2004. I think that's the exact number. But I'm just saying 2008 since that's the last one I checked before we started recording. But it's something that was bound to happen. Attack on Titan was the closest one many years back, and a couple years ago, Attack on Titan was the closest, and Demon Slayer could be it. We still have 3 weeks left because the cutoff date ends the end of November. So we will bring back this topic in December to see who was the last one in the finish line. But if Demon Slayer wins, all right. But that doesn't make which one is better. One Piece, Demon Slayer, any show. It's just that the anime really help up the hype, and I'm really happy about that.
That's very true. And like, even though One Piece manga's in the best place right now with its Wano arc, we're hearing really good stuff about Kimetsu no Yaiba as well through like the anime, the manga, and especially the movie that's coming out after it's only one season, and you have a movie coming out. Your sales are definitely gonna go up even more. And I say congratulations to Kimetsu no Yaiba, but people don't have it over your head saying like Kimetsu no Yaiba is the top 3, the big 3 number just because it sold the most for this year. Next year we don't really necessarily know. It could be One Piece taking back its spot, or Kimetsu no Yaiba stays within another year, mainly because it's second season and the movie. Who knows?
Yeah, I think Demon Slayer is gonna take #1 spot again next year.
Well, we also know that right now it's in currently last arc. We know like 4 series right now. It's in its last arc. So who knows if it will end next year in the middle or next year in the end of the year, or still in 2021. So we don't really know when is that gonna happen. So like you said, James, it could be still taking the #1 spot. But we won't know until it actually happens. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm happy for the creator the most. I'm proud for the creator. She did a great job. Her series is getting back right now, so I'm very happy about that.
I mean, if it does end like this last arc and ends like by next year, I mean that's kind of good. That means for sure the anime is gonna be able to capture all the greatness into it and end on a high note once it's over, and then have its prestigious 4 years straight, like not, or who knows how long. So I mean, end on a high note, end with a win, retired as a champ. That's the best thing you could do.
Definitely.
Move on. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel is coming April 8th, 2022.
I am hella excited because my man Miguel will be coming into that nice ending like we saw. Hopefully, guys, by then you've seen this movie, because this movie is definitely free on Netflix right now. So go ahead if you haven't watched it. Definitely should. But my man Miguel, Gwen Stacy, and Miles Morales were at the end of the movie, so they're probably hanging out doing something, and Miguel's gonna be going to different worlds, and Miguel's from 2099 is my favorite, not being biased at all.
Yeah, he's my second favorite, honestly.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this is coming a lot sooner than I anticipated. First of all, yeah, I anticipated them taking their time with this, and wanting to get it out probably another 4 years.
If you think about it, it's still 4 years. The movie came out in 2018. Animation production and everything still 4 years from 2018 to 2022.
I mean, what I'm saying is that I thought it was going to be longer, but then I thought about it, really thought about it. It's like most of the major assets are made. They just have to add some newer ones now. And then I feel like they could make it happen pretty quick, which is why I'm still surprised because, I mean, I'm pretty sure they took their 5 years to make all the major assets they needed to just make another movie.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say too. Like they were working on production on this while they were doing the first one, so it's just putting everything together, making sure it's tight, and now we have a release date. I couldn't be happier. This is the greatest Spider-Man movie ever created.
It's the best
any medium. This is the best, and I can't wait for the sequel.
This is way
and
more
I better
credit.
be able to get the Jordans that come out with this movie. I'm gonna be real mad.
Yeah, right.
And you better be paying $1 billion for those Jordans.
No. We know people would kill for shoes and stuff like that. So no.
They'll kill for a chicken sandwich. I don't want to imagine what they'll do for a pair of Jordans. So,
are you saying that because you saw the news?
Did you see the news?
Oh, yeah.
I did see the news.
I was like, are you kidding me?
The human race disappoints me on a daily basis.
Someone was stabbed for a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
What holiday are we coming close to? Thanksgiving. What's the thing that happened next day? People getting run over in Walmart. What do you expect about human society that gets people run over deals?
You're not wrong.
They thought the Joker was gonna do it, but no, it was Popeyes.
No, it was society.
No, it was the government.
No, it's definitely just Popeyes.
No,
we have to add Popeyes to the top of the list.
No, it was our fast food restaurants that killed people.
I mean, it's Popeyes. They're a whole different echelon now. So, inciting riots. It's all good.
Damn. But
Chick-fil-A can't save us now.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But going back to hopefully Spider-Man 22 don't have any Popeyes there at the time for them to be having people in the movie theater at.
Well, it's multiple universes. Maybe eventually we have a universe that's more related to our universe where there is no superheroes, but the government's still crooked as fucking all that stuff like that and doctors. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm excited for this movie. They probably had production on this maybe mid 2018 because I remember the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, they were showing it in every other festivals just to test the water to see if anybody liked it. But the thing is they didn't put it in theaters everywhere until like around early December or like late November.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, and it could still be in the great category of best movie of the year or at least nominated. As long as it earned its nomination, win or not, it still would consider be the best Spider-Man movie made.
Agreed.
And it's animated, and it sucks. Hopefully, by 2022, animated movies gets a lot more credit, gets a lot more fun. People.
It won
seats.
Best Animated Feature.
Exactly.
It's getting the recognition it deserves.
It really did.
Well, it's more like to help bring more animated movies into top awards or best movie awards kind of thing like that.
I mean, but I think they already are. I feel like we're kind of in this weird start of the golden age into animation being more accepted in the mainstream again.
Whether with you, we're seeing it early next week for an early screening of it in the West. That's something that usually don't happen now in the conventions. We're getting stuff early. Kids, Stampede, so a lot.
So like
of
I said, I think it's happening. We're getting more.
Yeah,
I mean, it is not just because they're popular. It's because they're popular and they're well done. You know, this is what's important.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, we definitely getting more animated movies. Actually, I think this year had the most compared to last year. Agreed. Or just a little bit more.
But also, my hope is for the Spider-Man movie 22 is that the Lord and Miller, the guys that made the movie, the guys that are doing the script and everything, they said that they were planning to add Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in the movies, but they didn't do it. Hopefully for this one, I want to see this added for the sequel. I want to see some type of comedy, fourth breaking, something that we're not gonna see in the Marvel universe in the live action. I want to see something happening in the animated side, some type of comedy, some type of fourth break. I want to see this. Definitely.
I mean, why not? I mean,
We'll
technically,
see.
the first Into the Spider-Verse movie made Spider-Man Noir more popular, made Penny Parker more popular.
Oh yeah,
It made they're literally coming back with new series, literally new comic books.
yeah, definitely for sure.
So like, anything can happen. You can literally bring back the original animated Spider-Man cartoon show that we used to have during the 1990s. I'm hoping for that too, or maybe have.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah,
man.
that's on Disney, definitely Disney Plus.
Actually, it is going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh,
yeah,
like,
100%.
Yeah, because
that the X-Men animated series. It's
I just can't wait to rewatch X-Men Evolution. I'm actually really excited to watch that again.
And then you hear the song again, but you're like watching it on big screen now. Like you're like hopefully they remastered those. They should remaster them definitely. Oh, you should.
I don't know if they're gonna put the money into it. Honestly,
I honestly don't think they would. Like, because I'm just gonna watch them as they are. Let's be real.
Same here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like
same with
like
Gargoyles. I'm gonna watch it as it is. So yeah.
Oh, they have Gargoyle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Disney owns everything, Sam. They own us even. One day they will.
Not enough money. Nothing is enough when it comes to money with them.
But yeah,
I mean, I have a price. Don't worry.
I mean, $6.99 is not bad. $6.99 a month is not bad though.
Oh,
yeah, I already pre-ordered Disney Plus. I will have it on this.
I need to pre-order it. I need to do it because we've actually been watching some of the. Sorry, we're talking about TV stuff. I watched some of the Apple TV Plus, and we didn't hate it. So this is good.
All
right, guys. We're gonna head out to our outro at the moment. Ray, James, please, can you give us your plugs?
James, as usual, please take the floor, my friend.
Yeah, you guys can follow me all over social media at C4Spoilers. The best way to find me is carefulforspoilers.com. You'll get links to all of the different podcasts on the Careful for Spoilers podcast network. We are doing a sci-fi series in November on both podcasts. Going into December, that's going to be all about Star Wars leading up to Rise of Skywalker. So keep your eyes locked for that.
Ah, yes, finally, some content I can relate to from Careful for Spoilers. I'm so glad October's over. My God, I was scared. Well, as you know, I am Rayapollo, Rayapollo, no space. Because if you put a space, you get a creepy clown. You don't want that. Anyway, come find me, your boy, on twitch.tv. You can find me really easily. Rayapollo.tv will take you directly to me on Twitch. That's me. Rayapollo.tv. Also, find your boy on YouTube. Trying to hit 100 subs before the end of the year. I think we can do it. We're like 83. We got this. So, find your boy on YouTube, subscribe, have a good time. All right? If you don't like it, Miguel will give you $1.
Yeah, like Ray said, I guess I give you $1. Yay. I just became, rich out of nowhere. Oh, but you know what, Ray? Let's kick up a notch. I will get you 100 subs this weekend right here. By this weekend, I'll get you 100 subs. I will
This weekend, huh?
Yeah, this weekend. I will find a way to do it. Yes.
I'll get you a Popeye's chicken sandwich. You do that.
I don't know how will you deliver that from all the way there, but okay, cool.
Don't question my power.
I'd rather get some Twitch followers over to get that. But speaking about Twitch, follow us on twitch.tv/anime lately. We were streaming now every week now. Definitely, we are doing that now. So definitely follow us on twitch.tv/anime lately. Follow me on my social media at Legendary Vash, where I talk too much on Twitter and talk about Black Clover and talk about many other stuff. And probably, if you don't want to get spoiled about stuff, mute my threads or mute the hashtags, because I actually save people by having hashtags in the front saying spoilers, so I save ya. So if anything, you don't get spoiled, don't get spoiled. Other than that, take it away, Sam.
Well, from going back to that spoil, when it says spoil, you move on because you don't want to be spoilers. That's how it works. Anyway, guys, we want to know your thoughts about this podcast. If we're doing a fantastic job, rate us 5 stars on iTunes, and hopefully one day we have ads and sponsors to help support our podcast, because it's not free. We need help. We want some sponsors and supports for this. Write a review. Let us know. We'll give you a shout out on this podcast and answer any questions you ever have, and we'll all answer it. Also, make sure to follow and support our Facebook page, our Patreon, and Twitch, just like Miguel says. And also follow our Twitter and Instagram follower, @AnimeLately_. Guys, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Peace.